Hey everyone, I believe you're live and Facebook just always takes a while before we do it. Hi, Jen.
Hi, Elaine. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. I haven't done a Facebook Live in probably over a year. Jen, I think you met me when I was probably doing Facebook Lives all the time,
Yes,
I
you had a
believe.
weekly Facebook Live, and I would be playing you as I was getting ready for bed, and my husband would be like, "What are you doing? Who is that
Yeah.
girl?" Made her way into our bedroom at night.
Oh my God, you and my other client, Amy, would say that, like, we watch you in the middle of the night. I was like, your husband's okay with that? Okay. Like, that's cool if that's exciting to watch between you two. But, anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about how Jen Levin here, my beloved client, she is a hypnotherapist. And you have a booked out calendar, and you just had a successful event of 20 people where you actually even inspired me to be like, okay, I'm definitely doing my event during these crazy times. But Jen, before we go into more details, can you share what you do?
So I'm a certified hypnotherapist. I help women break bad habits and release their fears so that they can make more money, attract more love into their lives, and improve their health.
And I think the last time I saw you was, yeah, the last time I saw you was at your event at SoHo House, where
Yeah.
there was 20 incredible women. It was all women. And you're breaking down like, that money mindset on how they could really own their subconscious of gaining more wealth, which you've been able to do yourself.
Yes,
Um,
thank you, Elaine. Honestly like, I mean, we worked together when I hired you as a one-on-one coach. It was probably like over a year ago. Yeah, like a year and a half
yeah.
ago. And she says that I inspired her to like do her event, but she inspired me, and it's true because I'm like, okay, if Elaine could do this, I can do this because you are so amazing at hosting these events, and that's where I first met you. Was in one of your free workshops, right, or one of your free
Yeah,
events.
for those that are new to my community, I used to pre-COVID or pre-pandemic, I used to do like monthly free in-person events. Um, and because of what has happened, I've done everything virtual, but I have an upcoming event on September 18th in person. It's called the Color Dreams LA Live, focusing on how to get consistent clients through referrals and renewals and creating a plan with that, which is what we did with Jen. So we want to share some tips and advice for all of you too. And then we could talk about our event in LA in a bit. But Jennifer, you mentioned you met me at an event, but what also were your biggest challenges about your business when we first met? What were you having a challenge with and why did you hire me?
I was having challenge with like showing up consistently on social media in terms of promoting what I was doing, like just saying it, putting it out there, sharing my stories. I was really, I was very resistant to social media because like I used to work as a TV producer, and I'd be in front of the computer all day long. So when I wasn't working, all I wanted to do was get out in the sunshine and go take a hike. I did not want to be anywhere near my computer. So I've never been someone to be super active on social media. And I had to get over that fear of judgment to start promoting my business and letting people know what I'm doing and how I can really help them. And so you really, together we came up with a plan of like, okay, it's going to be a personal story once a week. It's going to be a Facebook Live once a week. And then one time a week, it's going to be promoting one of your free workshops and one of your events. And so you gave me sort of that formula to follow. And then once I actually did it and I knew I had the accountability of you because we were going to be meeting again and you're going to help me, I was like, okay, I got to do it, right? I'm an A+ student. I need to like do my homework. And so having that accountability really helped, and having a clear plan really helped to for me to start showing up, and it worked beautifully. And before I knew it, my schedule was filling up and people were just kind of popping in to my DMs or my emails or text asking for sessions or wanting more information. So I really do attribute that to just showing up, putting myself out there, telling people what I do consistently.
Yes. And I loved about how you said consistently, because yes, Jen is a business owner, but you're also a mother of two. Like, how old are both of your girls?
I have a 3-year-old Riley and a 6-year-old Sienna. So busy, right? And especially during
Yes.
the pandemic, like they're home. They were home for a big chunk of last year. But despite those challenges, I was still able to have one of my best years ever in my business. Because of that consistency and focus and determination to just know that what I offer is of value and can really help people, and not being afraid to share that. Because I think maybe it was you probably that said, or I've heard you say to people something like, how dare you not share? Like, how dare you stop being selfish? Because if you don't,
Yes.
nobody's going to get your help. And like, because we all do what we do because we are passionate about it, because we know it works, because we know it could really serve people in a positive way to make real positive impacts in their lives. But if we're hiding and we're not sharing it, then they're not getting the help that they can really use and may be looking for. So I love the saying that, that perfect client that you're looking for is also looking for you. So that's why we got to get out there and share what we do.
Yes. And I love how you mentioned that, like, it's that reframe, right? It's the reframe. Like, what if this business is actually not about you? What if you're put into this world, whether you believe in God, the universe, Beyonce, all three of them, like you're put here into this world to carry out this mission, right? So, because your gifts are so natural. And when you do that, like you'll just help other people. And for you, it's through the way of hypnosis, helping people with their subconscious blocks. For me, it's with my business and career coaching services. So, and also what I want all of you to hear too is with Jennifer, especially since you're a mother of two, a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old, like we even figured out like what is the realistic consistency. It wasn't the I'm going to be posting every single day. I remember you even telling me, you're like, there's no way I could do it in the day. This was like, I think in the middle of the pandemic too. You're just like, I could only do it at like 9 p.m. And I was like, okay, then 9 p.m. it is. I remember even you doing lives in the evening, like, because your business needs to work around your life. It's not the other way around. Like it needs to match. Anything you want to add to that, Jen?
Well, I think just the other thing that you said that really resonated with me is the idea that we're serving, right? Like, don't think of it as like, oh, I'm trying to sell myself, or like I'm doing sales to try to bring in new business. It's like you change that sales and to reframed it to serving. I am here to serve. How can I serve you? So anytime I got on a call with a potential client, and anytime I post or host a workshop, if I can let the ego go, the ego for me is a monkey, and I send it out to go play in my avocado tree. And this is something I worked on with my hypnotherapist. Like, okay, little monkey, go play in the tree, my little ego. I'm stepping into the room to serve. If I can reach one person, I don't have to reach everyone who shows up. Some people I may not be a good fit for, and that's okay. I want them to connect with the people who are going to work for them. But if I can serve one person, if I could like have a light bulb moment for one person, if I can inspire one person or serve them, then that's success, and that makes it worth it.
Well, and even if you think it's that one person, like when I think about how I've been able to serve you, this one person, right? Like you were talking about it earlier. Well, I'm not trying to make myself egotistical right now, but like, well, I hope I've also helped her marriage because her husband knows that she's also bringing in income and that she's even a better mother, like so she can be present to her 2 kids so that she's not constantly having to try to look for money. So that one person, remember, is a daughter, a mother, like whatever roles they play in their life, and that helps them become better at what they do in their life for their loved ones. Yes. So one person just results to more. Mm-hmm. And how do you feel about your business now in comparison to before we started working together?
Well, I just feel I feel really proud. I feel really proud that I've been able to create a business for my family, to contribute to my household income. Because when you first start, I'm fairly new in my business. I'm only like 3 years in, but when I first was studying hypnotherapy and going to hypnotherapy college, and when I was first starting, it was like, is this actually going to happen? Like, is it really, like, is this actually going to work? Am I actually going to become a hypnotherapist? And now I feel like I'm kind of on the other side of that, like, oh, it worked. Cool. And so you helped me get to that other side where I'm like proud. Yes, it worked.
Well, and we forgot to mention, Jen, what did you used to do? Like you worked as a TV producer for amazing shows, why don't you tell people what you did before you became a hypnotherapist and realized you could actually make a living?
I started off in college working all the award shows. And I went down to Miami to work the MTV VMAs and work like the Tony Awards. And then I came out to LA to work on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and then was on the Doctors Talk Show for most of my career. And then I went on to work with Disney and travel around the world with them. And what was I going to say? Yeah, so it was just TV producing was something I wanted so badly early on in my life, and I was so determined to become a TV producer, and I did, and I'm proud of that. But then as I shifted into motherhood, I realized it wasn't conducive. It wasn't what I wanted to do anymore, and that's okay. It's always okay to reevaluate and shift. So hypnotherapy is absolutely an amazing, wonderful career for this point in my life right now.
Yeah. Congratulations.
The rest of my life, we'll see. I'm okay with that.
Well, I would love for you to even share too, what have you enjoyed the most about working with me? And, I have an upcoming event on September 18th, like helping you create a plan where you get consistent clients to referrals and renewals. But yeah, what did you enjoy the most about working with me? What made me unique as a business coach?
Well, I really do love your mindset and your, you bring in some of the spirituality of it, not to get like, and like so like you have a great balance of the sort of, visualizing and imagining the future, right? What you want. Mm-hmm. And you're kind of like that cheerleader of like, oh my gosh, just like, yes, you can do this, right? You're strongly but then you're also like, let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the data and just see what has been working. So it's not just like, let's just visualize and imagine this beautiful business, but it's like, let's get into the statistics of it and say, okay, what's been working, what hasn't been working, and let's do more of what's working, and let's focus your energy. And I love that you also really see the value in protecting your energy or restoring your energy by not only working hard and being, in your business, but also creating time outside of your business to do the things that you love with your family or your friends, whatever that, to travel, right? And I love to highlight that a lot. How are you gonna right? Whenever I did something a success, you're like, how are you going to celebrate? And I love that. Now I ask my clients that, how are you going to celebrate?
And it's not just
work, right? You want to celebrate your wins.
And it's not just the big things. It's not like, oh, I had 20 people at the SoHo House event, right? That's what happened for you. But it's also the small wins of like, I mean, you're planning something, right? Like even making the decision to be like, okay, I am planning to do this. That's a huge win. You made a decision. You went from indecision to decision, right? Mm-hmm. So it's even those small things because it's part of the process. And each step, like an Olympian athlete, from stretching to like, just like all the things they have to do every 4 years for the Olympics, then it's the event. It's not just that medal, it's all the work that happens. Or even if you don't get the medal, you're still one of the best because you became an Olympian athlete. Jen, you came to my Color Your Dreams free events back in the before pre-pandemic. You've been to my retreat. I have an LA event if you happen to be in the LA area on Saturday, September 18th from 10 to 6, helping you create a plan to get consistent referrals and renewals where you get booked out like Jen. What would you want to tell everyone who has never been to an event? Like you've been to, I think probably 3 or 4 events of mine, but what would you want to share about it and why should people come?
Well, you're just going to get flooded with knowledge in terms of how Elaine has successfully ran her business. Because I remember just learning so much and things that I could actually turn around and implement right away. So, and it's just something that you're going to, I like that you come up with like, having like the 6-month plan or the year plan and like really breaking it down and setting goals, like a clear goal for yourself. I think all of that is super. And then the other thing that she does that is really lovely, I think, is she's not just standing up there saying like, I'm the expert in everything and therefore I have the answer for everything. She also turns to the group and says, what do you recommend? What do you think? What has worked for you? So you're not only getting Elaine as the business coach expert, but you're also getting that everyone who shows up has something to contribute that could be something that could really help you in your business.
Yeah. And also share the community. What do you love about the community that I tend to attract? Because I'll be honest, people always tell me like, Elaine, you're amazing, but actually I love the people that you attract even better.
I love it. I mean, there have been people that I've met at your events that I am still friends with, that have become clients, that I cheerlead for on Facebook and Instagram, that we support each other. Like, it is you do foster this sort of amazing community of people who are ambitious, who want to learn, want to grow, no egos, just very supportive. We all end up following each other afterwards and cheering each other on. So I think the people that you attract are all amazing.
Yes.
To still be in touch with a lot of those people.
I know. I love just how family is just created going to my events. And also for those that want to learn how to do events, how did you find it helpful by even attending? What did you learn about attending events so you could create your own events, like the one that you had at SoHo House?
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest things I learned about how you do your events that then I did with, everything. I learned everything about how to host an event from you, Elaine. Virtual events for the year. And that was all learned through you. And then I did my first in-person one just a couple of weeks ago. And one of the things that I will say I think was really key, and I even got feedback after the event that this worked, to get someone to come, was that it wasn't just like an ad, right? That like people saw and then showed up. You have really always emphasized the importance of personal connection. And so rather than just post like, here's this event, hope you can make it, I did what I saw you do, which is reach out to people personally, and not just like another copy and paste of here's my event, hope you can make it, but like looking at their profile, seeing that they were just in Hawaii and going, hey, Elaine, I just saw you're in Hawaii. How was your trip? So it didn't feel like someone's just trying to sell you.
Yes.
Something generic. It felt personal. And I think that is truly, I was shocked, but I really believe that is what worked in terms of filling up my event. And also I reached out to friends and former clients and I said, can you help me recruit people to come? Because I don't have time. I'm a mom, right? I've got a full schedule. So I'm like, can you help me? If you can help me bring people in, I'm going to give you a free hypnosis session. And they're like, done. 10 people. So like, you don't have to do it all on your own. Look through your network to find people to help you, to support you.
Yes. And we will talk about this at the event. So if you guys are interested, if you're in the LA area or want to come down to the LA area, it's Saturday, September 18th from 10 to 6. And I feed you. Jen knows this, but my events aren't just strategy, but it's also food because I get hangry. My boyfriend doesn't like being around me when I get hangry. So that's important for me. But we go through this and how to create, a sustainable business where you have a life. It's not just all about the money. It's so you can have the lifestyle you want. But Jen, thank you so much for doing this live. Everyone, thank you so much. I will drop the link after this live. But Jen, also, I don't want it to just be about me. How can people find you if they're interested in working with you?
Oh my gosh, send me you can send me a DM, or my website's modernhypno.com. How else can they reach me? DMs. I don't know. Can we put my contact info in the bottom?
Yeah. Just put it in the comments. Correct.
Yeah.
Good job, Jen.
20-minute consult, and we'll chat. And I would love to support your community and help them achieve their goals too. Thank you.
Jen.
Yeah. Thanks, Elaine. It's so good to see you.
You too.